a very good evening and welcome to the Pancho Arena, the Republic of Ireland versus Hungary for a place in the quarter-finals of the Under-17 European Championships. That was Ron Levine, and now we pause for the Hungarian national anthem. So the scene is set for this crucial game for both teams. The Republic of Ireland know that they need to win here to advance to the knockout phase. A draw will suffice for Hungary, of course, who are hosting at this tournament. And Ireland, after bouncing back from an opening day defeat to Poland, know that another win required here to prolong their interest in the competition. But spirits high after an impressive performance against Wales last time out in a 3-0 victory. And something similar tonight would do nicely for Ireland to book their place in the last 8. Alan Cawley alongside me. Alan, you've taken in both games so far as we take a look at the Irish team, and one change to the lineup from Colin O'Brien for tonight's match, and that comes at the back, where Daniel Babb of UCD is handed a starting berth with Calum Harnett dropping to the bench. Freddie Turley captains the side once again, while Shamrock Rovers pair Naj Rassi and Arazi will look to provide some attacking spark, and no surprise to see Romeo Akachukwu retained in the starting lineup after his wonder goal against the Welsh last time out, as the Hungarian team line up for their pre-match picture. Quite a boisterous home crowd inside the stadium, although the weather has not cooperated in terms of ideal conditions for this game. It's been raining heavily all evening, though the temperatures are still just above the 20-degree mark. Stadium not quite full. The Pancho Arena holds about 3,500 people. Our match referee is Attila Karaglan of Turkey, has refereed one of Ireland's games so far. That was the game with Poland earlier on in this group stage. And both teams now almost set to go for this crucial match. Did play each other in a pair of friendlies a couple of months ago in Spain. Ireland won one of them, the other finished in a draw. Here's the Hungary team, and they make 3 changes for tonight's match. They lost to Poland by 5-3 last time out. One alteration comes at the back, where Csaba Hornyák comes in with Levent Kubicek dropping out of the side. And further up the park, Zetny Varga and Csaba Molnar are both drafted in. Both of those players scored, having been sprung from the bench in that defeat to the Poles on Saturday. Well, Alan Cawley, you've taken in, as I say, both matches so far. How are Ireland set for tonight's game?
Yeah, I think they'll come into the game with a lot of confidence, Carl. Obviously, they suffered a heavy defeat, as we all know, in the opening day, but they bounced back in terrific fashion against Wales on Saturday afternoon. A brilliant performance, real attacking performance, scored some couple of brilliant goals, as everybody has seen by now, and they're a real attacking group. Carl, I think they changed the shape in the game on Saturday, and I think that was much better served from them. I felt they were far too open in the first game against Poland, and they played with a 4-4-1-1. The addition to Romeo Akachukwu coming into the midfield as well, big physical presence, had a terrific game. I think that helped greatly. So I'm really looking forward to the game, Carl. A huge opportunity, chance to get into the quarter-final of the European Championship, and let's hope they can do it.
Yeah, well, Ireland, as I say, in good spirits coming into the match off the back of that win over the Welsh, but the home team have shown some good form. 6 goals in their opening 2 matches, so they know how to find the net, and they will get us underway here at the Pancho Arena very shortly indeed. There is a contingent of Irish support inside the stadium, hoping to roar on the team to the quarter-finals.
Irish weather as well, Cathal.
Yeah, the rain has been falling very, very heavily. It's going to be a slick playing surface, as our match referee Attila Karaglan just makes sure that everything is in order before we get underway. As you can see, quite a few empty seats on the far side of the ground, so we're not quite close to capacity here this evening, but Hungary have enjoyed good support. There was 3,500 supporters at their last match, and how big an advantage is home advantage in a tournament like this, Alan?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it can work both ways. I think it is an advantage to have your own support roaring you on, but of course if you're coming under pressure, it can bring added pressure also to the performance and make people nervous, especially they're obviously of a young age, these boys. But they've had a mixed tournament so far, obviously performed very well in their opening day, but suffered that defeat to Poland also at the weekend like ourselves. So much of a muchness between the teams. I think it's set up nicely, Carl. Obviously the conditions as well will play a factor, but even though it is raining heavily, it's quite mild and warm actually in the, but it'll suit our players, I think.
There's a useful ball down the channel, an early delivery from Hungary, cleared away by Ireland, playing in those white shirts tonight. Here's a ball for Najrasi to chase on the far side, and that's gone out for an Irish throw-in. Noah Fenyo complaining about the decision, the Hungarian player.
Of course, both our games have been played in the afternoon as well in hot conditions, Carl. I think tonight will actually suit them, the slick surface as well, because as I say, we're a very passing, attacking team in terms of passing, getting the ball down. We saw that with the great goal that Romeo scored, obviously playing out from the back as well through the thirds. So the slick surface, I think, will play into our hands.
Yeah, that was an outstanding goal for Ireland from Romeo Akachukwu in that win over Wales last time out, as Colin O'Brien and his backroom staff watch on. Here's Hungary in possession once more. You can just see that ball skidding off the surface as Ireland get it down. Here's Corey O'Sullivan, slides it forward looking for Mason Melia, who comes deep, and again it squirts loose in the middle of the park, and neither team able to gain control after 90 seconds. But here come Ireland now down this left hand flank with Aikaratsi bringing it infield. McGrath. And Daniel Babb, who's into the side tonight for a starting berth for Babb, as Ireland return to this near side of the field. Good period of possession here for the visitors, and passing it around with some purpose. Here comes a long-range effort from Romeo Akachukwu. Never really troubled the Hungarian goal, but early signs of promise.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, really good passage of play in the opening stages. We must have strung 8 or 9 passes together there. Fell to that man Romeo in his range, we could say now, Cathal, as well. 25 yards is his range. Decent strike, pulled it across the goalkeeper, but as I say, promising stuff.
Yeah, Najradzi and Aikaratsi also on the mark in that win over the Welsh. And Aratzi also scored against Poland in that 5-1 defeat on the opening day for Ireland in this tournament, as Hungary look to go down that far flank, but Ireland defend it well. And back it comes now to Jake Grant.
You see Luke here stepping in there, helping out the fullback Babb, and that's been notable in the game so far. He's excellent at that, the work rate of Luke here to get up and down the right hand side, help out his fullback.
Here's a Ratzi, ball down the channel for Najradzi. Now what can they conjure up from here, Ireland? Ratzi with the ball at his feet, 2 defenders for company, and he's got an early corner kick for Ireland after 3 minutes. And an opportunity to put the ball into the area.
Again, I mentioned Luke here on that right-hand side, who doubles up and helps the fullback. What you'll notice on this left-hand side, Corey O'Sullivan loves to attack, loves to get forward, overlapping runs, because Ike Aratzi loves to come inside on a strong right foot, and you'll definitely see plenty of Corey O'Sullivan overlapping on that left-hand side where we're quite strong.
So it's going to be Ratzi with the delivery. Ireland committing bodies forward here, plays it short to Aratzi. And here comes the delivery now towards that back post. No one there for Ireland to direct a goal, but it's still there, and it might fall kindly here for Ireland inside the area. Squirts loose, and the chance is still there for Ireland. Can they get a shot away? They will now. Here's the chance, and it's in. And Ireland take the lead. Luke Kerr in the 4th minute And it's a dream start for the visitors. They lead by a goal to nil.
Oh, it's a hell of a start, and no less than we deserve as well, Carl, when you think of that attack and play previously in terms of the amount of passes we put together. Won ourselves a set piece, got the ball into the box. Funny enough, our set pieces haven't been great in the competition so far, but that time in the second phase of play, Mason Mealy was involved, drops down to me, gets a good touch on it here just as the ball is knocking around. This is a really good touch to try and get it under control, but it falls to his teammate at St. Pat's, Luke here, and a calm, composed finish. Brilliant start, Carl.
Kerr keeping his composure inside the area, and Ireland lead. It's a brilliant start for Colin O'Brien's side after just 4 minutes, and the home team now with work to do. Remember, Ireland need to win this match to progress, and as things stand, they will go through to the quarter-finals. Long way to go, but that's the ideal start to this game for the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, I'm really happy for him as well, Carl, because all the other boys down the left-hand side, Ike Arazzi, Naj Razzi, they're the ones that have been getting the plaudits at the moment, and rightly so. But Luke here is a tireless worker up and down that right-hand side. I mentioned how much of a dig-out he gives his full-back. It was Caleb Hartnett at the weekend, doubling up, helping him all evening. Tonight, obviously, it's Daniel Babb, and even in the opening couple of minutes, we saw him back helping out. So for him to pop up with the opening goal as well, do his confidence the world of good.
So Ireland lead by a goal to nil as they play this one out from the back down the far flank. Forward it goes and just spills away, but Ireland may get in there on it again. Mason Mealy involved. White shirts congregating around the ball, and they do get it back, Ireland. Akachukwu doing well. Now Jake Grant. Here's Corey O'Sullivan. And Ireland passing it around with a fair degree of confidence early on here as that rain continues to fall. Here's a nice ball out to the wide area for Ike Razzi looking to go with the challenge. Is this another corner for Ireland? It is, and more encouragement down this left-hand flank.
Yeah, we're very strong down the left. Razzi is a real threat. That time he's going on the outside, and we saw him win the penalty on Saturday. He gave Barker, the Welsh full-back, a torrid time on Saturday, Call. This time it's Gershik, the full-back, and already he's letting them know that he can come inside or go outside. Really good start.
So a second corner of the evening for the Republic of Ireland. They went short last time. Looks like it may be the same thing again, and it is. Here's Naj Razzi. Good delivery as well towards the back post. It's flicked on and out for another corner kick on the far side this time.
It's definitely something they've worked on, because they tried that numerous times against Wales. The short corner, Razzi comes out with a Razzi, and one of them then eventually obviously receives it, puts the ball into the box and trying to pick up the header off that second phase. But it's definitely something that's been worked on.
Well, virtually all of the match so far, it feels like, has been played in the Hungary half of the field. And Luke Kerr's goal after 4 minutes has Ireland in a 1-0 lead. As the delivery now comes in from the far side, drilled towards the near post this time. Again, bounces dangerously in the area. Ireland get a boot at it from Jake Grant, but didn't quite connect with it. And Hungary survive initially, but Ireland will retain possession.
Yeah, slightly different corner. That time it was a drilled ball to the back post. Freddie Turley getting his head on it initially. Then it was bobbling around. We're at 6s and 7s Hungary with those set pieces.
And Ireland, you'd have to say, looking pretty composed so far, even though they are the away side, and the vast majority of the support inside the stadium in favour of Hungary tonight on home turf. But the Republic of Ireland playing well thus far. Good ball out to the far side where Kerr goes on the march to try and keep it in play. Unable to get beyond Martin Kern. That's out for a Hungary throw.
Yeah, they've really settled into the game nicely, Carl, as you said. Taking that confidence from the Welsh game right into the opening stages of this one. Got the early goal. Colin O'Brien will be over the moon with how the first 8-9 minutes have gone.
That rain has got even heavier perhaps since kick-off, as Ireland waste little time in getting things back underway, but they've coughed up possession. That'll allow Hungary attacking the far side, and they're just coming together, and that'll be a free kick. It was Mednedek Simon who was fouled by Freddie Turley. And a first real opportunity for Hungary here to try and launch a meaningful attack.
Yeah, it was just coming together, but he gets the wrong side. Simon getting in behind Turley that time, and he's one to watch. Benedict Simon, he has 2 goals in the competition so far, scored on both days out. So he will definitely be one to watch.
So defending for Ireland to do as we move into the 10th minute at the Pancho Arena. Here comes the delivery. It's a good one too. On, it's in. It's an own goal. And Hungary are level in the 10th minute. The delivery was good. And the Republic of Ireland concede just 5 minutes after taking the lead here. The Hungary players celebrate. The delivery came in from Csaba Molnár, and it was directed in by Jake Grant, it looks like. And Hungary are level inside the opening 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm disappointed for Jake Grant because he's played well, obviously, against Wales as well, and because they had a tough day out against Poland the first day. Played really well on Saturday against Wales, but that's just unlucky. Comes off the side of his head, because it's a brilliant delivery by Csaba Molnár. So much pace on it, in swinging towards the goals. You can see what he's trying to do, obviously redirect it to the far side of the goal, but unfortunately from just skimmed off his head, goes in.
Well, Ireland haven't started so well. They concede from the free kick, and Hungary level. There's going to be a card here, it looks like. And it is the first booking of the evening for Hungary. Attila Gersic will miss the next match as a result, and no surprise to see Ireland attacking down that left-hand flank again, Alan.
Yeah, he's worried. You can see Gersic there again. He gets the wrong side of Arazzi, and he knows Arazzi's away. He's not catching him. It's a definite yellow card. Drags him back. Cynical foul. Referee 100% correct.
So a goal apiece. Almost 11 minutes played.
Lively start.
It's been entertaining stuff thus far. Ireland playing quite well, but conceding that own goal, just giving Hungary a platform in the game now. And they've got the ball back, the hosts. It's Zetani Varga down this right-hand side. Gersic now gets things back underway. Kaczynski plays it forward, first time ball. This might work out well. Hungary with an opportunity on the edge of the area. Blocked, still there for the home team. Can they get a shot on goal? Irish player down, Jake Grant, who got on the way of that shot and may need to receive some attention here. Brilliant block, because that was ominous from Hungary. But that ball spilling kindly on the edge of the area.
Yeah, it's a fantastic block. Just as Varga that comes inside here, that was nestled, that was going in. I think he might have given one away, but he's just saved the goal there.
Benedek Simon with the shot. Jake Grant managing to get in the way. And it remains a goal apiece, but Simon the danger man for Hungary with 2 goals so far in this group stage. Hungary have scored 6 goals, 3 in the first match against Wales, 3 in defeat to Poland last time out. Jake Grant okay to continue, it looks like.
Yeah, it was just a big long diagonal by Kaczynski out to this right-hand side. Varga got a good first touch on it to come inside, and it just sat up lovely for that man Benedikt Simon, and got a great strike on it, but a good block. Just need to regroup now. As I said, they've started the game really well, Ireland. Really well. Obviously, not just with the goal, but in terms of their passing, possession, keeping the ball very well. Hopefully that goal, the concession of it, doesn't rock them back. But despite that, I still think they can be very happy with how they started.
Jason Healy plays that one forward, and Akachukwu does well. Ireland retain possession. Challenge from Csaba Molnár. An illegal one, says our match referee. Grant back on the field and in possession for Ireland now. Well, these sides played each other in a pair of friendlies back in February. Ireland won the first game by 1-0. And it finished goalless in the other game. Here's another chance for Ireland to get a ball into the area, and here's the opportunity. Well, just not enough purchase on the shot at the end from Luke Kerr, but another good chance.
Yeah, again, it's something that Luke Kerr is really good at as well. It's a long diagonal by Grant. The pass actually out to Luke Kerr, but he's very good in the air call. Once he wins the initial header, he's following his run straight into the box, gets on the end of it there. tame enough shot in the end. But he's had a bright start to the game, Luke, here.
Here comes another ball forward for Hungary. Down that channel for Simon to chase. Freddie Turley is tracking him. That should be an interesting battle as the game progresses.
Yeah, because Turley started in midfield. I felt he was far better in the game on Saturday at centre half, and that partnership with him and Grant was rock solid in that game. The pairing in the first game against Poland struggled, and that's why obviously Colin made the change and put Freddie Turley back to centre half. Romeo Akachuku come into centre midfield, and it served them much better, and they just look a better balance about them.
There's the first corner kick of the evening for Hungary. Csaba Molnár with ball in hand. Home team just growing into this now after conceding that early goal to Ireland. As they get ready to deliver from the far side. Ireland just organising things there at the back. Jason Healy, the Irish goalkeeper, making sure that everything's in order in front of him as the delivery comes in. Headed away, and Ireland could go on the counter here. It was Naj Razi bringing it forward, but loses possession, and Hungary have it back in a good area. Inside that Irish area, Simon getting involved. And Ireland win the free kick. That should allow them to clear their lines. There's another yellow card, it looks like.
He's not slow to brandish the yellow cards, any of the referee. Again, I think it's cynical from Simon. The referee is spot on as Danny Grant is breaking away. You can just see here. Yeah, definite.
That's 2 yellow cards inside the opening 16 minutes for Hungary. Attila Gersic also in the referee's book. Here Ireland go trying to pass it out from the back, but they've been caught. And Hungary pushing up, growing in confidence, the home team. Forcing Ireland into the mistake. Gersic again. Will deliver from the throw-in. Ireland setting up that defensive formation. Well intercepted, and the ball comes towards Razzi and Arazzi, but they just get mixed up, and Hungary win it back. Gersic. Omathon plays it across the field. Hungary just enjoying a more productive spell now since the goal. Got them back on level terms.
It settled them down as well. They were obviously nervous. You mentioned about the fact playing in front of your home crowd. It can be a good thing, and it can also be a bad thing to fall a goal behind so early. They would have been nervous coming into this. Well, the goal has certainly settled them, Colin.
Yeah, and they know that they only need a draw here with a superior goal difference to Ireland to progress to the knockout phase of the tournament. Good tackle from Ike Arazzi. Puts it out off the field of play. Kept in just by Noah Fenyo, but then the whistle sounds as that rain continues to fall. Aimless ball forward from Ireland, and Hungary get it back inside their own half.
It was actually a bad throw, Corey O'Sullivan. He put it up around Danny Grant's neck, and he couldn't really do much else with it, only hook it forward. Sloppy just to give the ball away from one of our throws. Should be easy, just little throw into somebody's feet and get it back and play from there.
Here go Hungary now with Dominik Kajwinski. Again, eager to play that ball forward first time. Simon was chasing after that. Another coming together there with Freddie Turley. Both players picking up knocks.
He just runs into the back of him there, Simon. But you can see all the time he's just on the shoulder trying to get in behind Freddie Turley. The surface actually in the wet grass helped Turley there because the ball just skidded on. But you can see exactly what he's trying. always on the shoulder, trying to get in behind Turley, and he seems to be playing on Turley's side as well, more so than on Grant.
Here is Grant now, as Ireland again eager to pass it out from the back. Hungary now pushing right up. There's another foul.
That's something that improved massively on Saturday, call from the first day. Passing out and playing out from the back, because they're both comfortable, Turley and Grant on the ball, but they had Akachuku in midfield and Danny Grant showing for a far better and keeping possession and getting us playing from there and building the attacks, whereas we struggled massively against Poland in that regard.
Well, Poland highly impressive in this group so far, with 5 goals in both of their matches so far. They play Wales tonight, as Ireland clip it down this left-hand touchline again, looking for Razzi, and here he is chasing after this one. Doesn't have the legs to keep it in play, and it's a Hungary throw. But as we edge into the 21st minute here, a goal apiece, Ireland taking the lead through Luke Kerr all the way back in the 4th minute. Then a Jake Grant own goal bringing Hungary level in the 10th minute. And that leaves us level. A draw good enough for Hungary to progress at Ireland's expense to the quarter-finals. Poland already through. There's a nice ball into the middle from Ireland. Promising play here. Arazzi looking for it. And now here comes the delivery from Arazzi. Headed up into the air, and this is going to be a 4th Irish corner of the evening. And again, it came from that left-hand side.
Yeah, lovely play down this left-hand side. Naj Razzi that time, after O'Sullivan plays him the pass, he's cutting inside, but he plays a lovely little clever soft pass into the feet of Danny Grant, breaks the lines, eventually comes out to this left-hand side to Arazzi. Good ball into the box, and it's diverted out for a corner, but again, really good play from the Irish team.
Well, the deliveries from the wide areas have caused Hungary trouble so far in this match. Let's see, can Ireland conjure something up here? Drill towards that back post again, but it's going to go beyond everybody. Out for another corner, though.
It's not the worst ball in the world called there, I say, coming into that back post. There's nobody there to attack it. Here's the 2 out again. We've seen this numerous times now, as I mentioned, on Saturday and again this evening. On this side, they take 2 out, Razzi and Arazzi, the 2 of them try to work it between them.
So here's another chance. 5th corner of the night already for the Republic of Ireland. Low delivery this time towards that near post is still there for Ireland. Back outside to Arazzi, who'll look to go at the challenge, and then the flag goes up. And Hungary will be able to clear their lines here, but the home team, you would think, would be reasonably happy with where they're at right now.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. After the nightmare start for them, they've grown into the game. They've got a foothold now in the game, and it's a lot more even than it was in those opening stages. I think both teams will be happy with how it's gone so far. Obviously, of course, from Ireland's point of view, we'll be disappointed with the concession of the goal and the manner in which it came, the OG. But I think their performance, there's another, this is going to be a yellow card as well.
And it is.
They're fairly racking them up.
That's Martin Kern, the 3rd Hungarian player to go into the book of Attila Karaglan of Turkey. No question about that one. You can just see the frustration as well on Akachuku's face as the jersey was pulled back.
He's been quite quiet so far, haven't really got him involved in the game. Mason Mealy is another we haven't mentioned at all so far. The passages of play between both 18-yard box have been very, very good. We've just found it difficult to get Mason into the game so far. He was involved in the goal, but other than that, he's had very little of the ball.
There's a long ball forward from Ireland to chase. Mason Mealy making it difficult for the defender.
And that's something, Carl, he's absolutely brilliant at. He's a brilliant attitude, brilliant work ethic. Chases lost causes. Bad balls become good balls. Really good attitude for a young boy.
Player with huge potential. Mason Mealy of St. Pat's. As Hungary now gets set to defend yet another corner for Ireland, their 6th of the night. Midway through this opening half at the Pancho Arena, just outside Budapest. As Arazzi with the delivery now. Just underneath it, it's in! Underneath the crossbar, and Ireland score. And it's that man, Mason Mealy. The delivery was good. And Mason Mealy on the end of it, and Ireland lead.
Right on cue, Carl. We just mentioned him that he hasn't really been involved, but his work ethic always keeps him involved in the game. And again, it was that corner from that side, the drilled one from Marazzi. I mentioned the previous one, how I felt it was actually a good ball, but nobody had attacked it. This time, Mason Emilia is right on the back post, right on cue. Really strong, powerful header, gets us back in front.
What a brilliant delivery from the far side from Marazzi, right underneath the crossbar, making it difficult for Hungary to defend. And Mason Emilia is there to turn it home. Ireland move in front once again. And on course for the 3 points that would send them through to the quarter-finals in this European Championships midway through this first half.
Again, in terms of his confidence, Carl, because as I said, he's worked tirelessly in the 2 games so far without having any joy in front of goal. So for him to get off the score sheet, every centre forward knows they want to get a goal, no matter how well they're playing. They want to see their name in lights in terms of goal scoring. He obviously did really well in the qualifying stage as well, scored a hat-trick against Ukraine, but now he's opened his account in the tournament here in the finals, and what an important goal that could be.
So Ireland lead by 2-1. 25 minutes now played. As Luke Kerr getting involved again on the far side, but Mason Emilia putting Ireland in front. And work to do for Hungary. They need a draw to progress.
Yeah, and it's definitely an opening for us because they've struggled on all those set pieces. It's 7-8 now that we've racked up, and every one of them we've caused problems from them.
Both goals coming from an Ireland corner. As that one is headed forward once again. And now with Jake Grant, who looks okay, having taken that knock earlier on in this first half with a brilliant block from that shot from Benedek Simon. One to chase after for Razzi here, and he does brilliantly to win it for Ireland. Now looking for some support coming on the outside.
Oh, brilliant.
And now Ireland still have it with Razzi. Look at Razzi now into the area possibilities here. Well, it just skidded away from him at the crucial moment, Naj Razzi. But great play from Razzi in the build-up to create the opportunity.
At a full-back Gersic, he's afraid of his life of him, Carl. Every time he gets it, he doesn't know whether he's going inside, whether he's going outside. That time he's trying a little drag back between two of them. Gives the ball out to his mate Razzi, and he just overhits it slightly with the touch. But fabulous play again. And we deserve to be ahead, despite the fact that Hungary got themselves back into the game. Bar that set-piece goal that they scored, they haven't attacked once, or they haven't really kind of caused us any problems. That one shot on the edge of the box from Simon, the Grant block. But other than that, we've been really in the ascendancy here and playing some lovely stuff.
Here's Akachukwu. Good spell this for Ireland as the ball is into the area again. And every time it goes in there, Ireland looks so dangerous. Another chance to put it into the danger area towards that back post. Just past the upright. It's Luke Kerr once again. Well, it just hung up invitingly there. Unable just to direct the header on target, but that was very close as the replay shows.
Oh, he's so close, Carl, yeah, but he's brilliant at that. I mentioned Luke Kerr coming in off that line on the far side, getting himself into a dangerous area to score a goal. We saw that with his opening goal. Again, that time he's coming in at the back post, really unlucky with the header, and he's good in the air as well. He's a big, strong, tall boy. Really good spell this for the Irish team.
Yeah, they're on top, the visitors. As Hungary now go in search of a response at the other end. Varga up towards the edge of the area, does well to retain possession, having lost his footing, and wins a corner at the end of it all. Good defending from Corey O'Sullivan. There you see it, Ireland leading by 2-1. And it has also just dampened the mood in the stadium. The home support had found their voice there for 10 or 15 minutes after the Hungary goal. Here comes the delivery, and it's a decent chance in the end for Hungary, but unable to direct it on target was Adam Umathum from close range.
Yeah, it's a fantastic delivery into the box. Umathum just comes off the line there, tried to redirect this, tough one.
Anxious faces in the
and he'll be worried, that manager.
Dugout.
He'll be worried, Carl, yeah, because we've certainly been on top, the better team, caused the more problems, caused the chances, playing the better stuff.
It's headed forward by Hungary, and Ireland just need to deal with this one. They do. Again down this left-hand flank, but this time Aikaratsi unable to gain control of it, and Hungary get it down on the turf. Attila Gersic on a yellow card, and having his hands full down this side of the field so far. Looking for the free kick was Zetini Varga, but the referee's not interested, and Akachukwu brings it away for Ireland. Turley forward now to the far side of the park, where Ireland looking to build some momentum again. Just looking for Aratsi once more, but this time it's cut out, and Hungary can go on the counter. That's a loose pass, however, and that probably just sums up Hungary's demeanour in the last few minutes.
And then he struggled, Gersic, yeah, but you go back to that initial passage of play. I know we gave it away at the end, but Freddie Turley, brilliant ball out from the back again into the feet of Mace Amelia. It just allows us build so much better, Carl, when you have a ball playing centre half that's able to play out from the back. His distribution's excellent into the feet of Akachukwu, into the feet of Amelia, gets us up the pitch, gets us playing.
Here come Ireland again with Najrasi. Slides the ball looking for the run of Aratsi here. He'll keep it on the field of play, puts it across, and Ireland score again. It's in from Mason Melia, and nothing more than Ireland deserve for a brilliant opening half hour here at the Pancho Arena. And Colin O'Brien's side in the driving seat now. They lead by 3-1.
It's magnificent stuff again, Carl, playing through the midfield. That little man Najrasi with a lovely little clever pass. The intelligence of that pass, then a lovely pull back from Aratsi, and that man Mason Melia right on cue. Look, getting across the centre half. He's a goal machine, this boy. He's banging them in at underage level. He scored 3 in the qualifying phase against Ukraine. He's opened his account now, and it's like London buses. Once one's come along, there's the second one not long after a call.
And Ireland have a 2-goal lead. And the Pancho Arena is stunned with 2 Irish goals in 7 minutes. Mason Melia grabbing both. And as things stand, Ireland will progress to the quarter-finals here at the European Championships. Long way to go, but this has been a really encouraging opening half an hour.
Oh, it's fabulous, fabulous football, yeah. They've taken all that confidence to gain from the Welsh victory right into tonight. Right from the first kick-off, got the early goal. Fair enough, there was a little bit of a setback, but that haven't allowed that to affect them at all, Carl. They've continued to play their football, continued to pass the ball, get into the right areas. Little Najrasi heavily involved. His mate down the left-hand side here. The Shamrock Rovers cohort all down the left-hand side. And Mason Melia, St. Pat's, Luke here, St. Pat's as well. Absolutely fantastic stuff.
What can Hungary manage in response now? Surely they have to try and create something more, because, as you say, Alan, they haven't really created a whole pile in terms of clear-cut opportunities so far.
Nothing at all, Carl, bar, as I say, the concession of the goal, which is a set piece, but the likes of that. They had one ball, a diagonal pass, and Varga came inside with a touch, and obviously it fell at the edge of the box to Simon, and it was a decent strike. But they've really struggled to break us down. We've a really good, strong shape about us. I mentioned the addition of Akachukwu into that midfield area, the big physical presence, also gives protection to the back four, and we look really, really comfortable.
And look at that for confidence from Jason Healy.
Again, the intelligence of that pass. That's just a little clipped ball into the feet of Melia. Holds it up, wins the free kick.
And does well for Ireland. Free kick inside their own half. Looking to release Melia again, and Ireland managed to hang on to it. Here's Corey O'Sullivan. Lofts it up towards Melia again, and he's looking for a free kick there. It's not going to come from the referee, and Hungary get the ball back. Route 1 stuff from the home team, but that one's going to go out off the playing field. For another throw-in.
I think he had a good case for a free kick there, Melia. Umathum ploughed into the back of him. But yeah, Colin O'Brien will be over the moon. He'd be absolutely delighted with how it's gone so far, Colin. Terrific stuff.
The other game in the group tonight between Poland and Wales kicked off at the same time, remains goalless in that encounter, as Hungary now trying to piece together some sort of attacking play, but Ireland with plenty of bodies back, and look who it is. Najrasi back defending, helping out his team, and Corey O'Sullivan completes the job to clear the ball away.
brilliant from Radzi. Obviously, he wants to be going the other way, creating chances. We've seen his quality so far on the ball, but back helping out his team as well. It's worked its weight in goals, that kind of work effort.
Well, we know Hungary can score goals. As I say, 3 in the last 2 matches in this group. The draw will be enough for them to progress at Ireland's expense to the quarter-finals.
See, that's a good visual of the shape there now that we have, called the 2 banks of 4. Radzi very close to Melia. That wasn't the case in the opening day. There was too big gaps all over the place. That's something that Colin O'Brien has addressed and his staff, and we've really benefited massively from it.
Referee just getting in the way. Halting play. Hungary get things back underway. Here's Varga. Ireland looking relatively compact in this passage of play as Hungary change flanks down to the far side now. Again, good intensity about the Irish defending. That's good from Hungary to get it through to Csaba Hornyak on that far side. Ball in towards the penalty spot. Goes past everybody and Gersic picks it up on this near side. Does well to get it to Nemeth just inside the area. Strong defending. Brilliant. From Ireland. That's wonderful play. And Ireland have the free kick. And Simon just needs to be careful because he's on a yellow card, but Romeo Akachukwu doing really well to relieve the pressure for Ireland.
That's fabulous play by Akachukwu, doing his defensive work. But just prior to that, there was a dangerous ball into the box, Colin. Corey O'Sullivan. Sometimes you don't have to win the header, but you can just give the forward a little bit of a nudge, just lean into him, put him off. Clever defending from O'Sullivan.
So just under 10 minutes to go to half-time. As Healy drives this one down this left-hand side once again. Brilliant header inside, and now it opens up for Melia once more. Can he get a shot away here? Loses his footing, no free kick, and Hungary go on the counter. Well, you thought it was just opening up there for Melia to wind up on the right boot, but just didn't quite come off, and now it's down for a Hungary corner kick at the other end of the field. No surprise to see the home team now committing bodies forward. Here comes the delivery towards that near post, but that hasn't gone to plan at all. Csaba Molnar that time attempting the effort from the corner, but not a good attempt at all, and Ireland will be so pleased with the position they're in right now. And Hungary look a little bit rattled after the concession of those 2 goals.
That corner tells you that, that's really poor from Molnar. He put in the ball for the goal, and we've seen the quality of his delivery from that set piece, and they have been rattled, absolutely.
That ball doesn't quite come off for Ireland. Over to this left-hand flank again. Has been a constant theme of this first half. Ireland trying to attack through Arazzi down this left-hand side.
And it's important now, as you mentioned, it's been so good up to now, just before half-time, not to concede. Keep your shape, the distances between them, something that I mentioned on Saturday was very, very good. It's the same tonight. Be compact, be tight, help your mate out, and not to concede before half-time.
Hungary on another foray forward. Simon gets that out to the wide area. Here comes the delivery. Ireland look relatively comfortable and clear their lines. Added to by Arazzi as he tries to press up on Gersic, who gets that back to Onothum, and then all the way back to Jakubishvili in the Hungary goal. Jake Grant strong in the air, but Hungary have managed to force this one forward. Simon lurking with intent, but cleared away by Corey O'Sullivan.
Between the two of them, they did well, Turley and O'Sullivan.
Another ball in from the wide area from Hungary. Claims of potentially a push in the back of the Irish defender, but Hungary managed to play on. But there's a really good intervention from Luke Kerr to get in with the challenge.
He's really good out of possession, that boy. Takes up really good defensive positions, helps out his fullback.
Hungary enjoying a good spell here in the Irish half. Lofted up invitingly for the run of Varga, but Jason Healy was following it all the way. Good decisive goalkeeping from the Irish netminder. So 6 minutes to go to half-time. 2 goals from Mason Melia for Ireland in this game. Luke Kerr as well, all the way back in the 4th minute. The Hungary goal coming via a Jake Grant own goal in the 10th minute. And that leaves us with the Republic of Ireland leading Hungary by 3 goals to 1. As things stand, Ireland would progress to the quarter-finals. And here come Hungary. A draw good enough for the home team. Good solid defending from Freddie Turley. Wins it back for Ireland.
Brilliant from Turley. Not only did he win the ball, but then to have the composure just to take control of the situation, play it back to the goalkeeper, out to the fullback, and gets us up the pitch.
Strong play from Arazzi, holds off the challenge, gets it back to Jake Grant. Now Arazzi again inside his own half. Danny McGrath does well under pressure in the middle from Honor Nemes.
Oh, great pass.
Good ball forward for Ireland. Now it opens up. And here comes an effort from long range, never troubling the goalkeeper this time. Luke Kerr is a player with confidence flowing, though.
It's the position he takes up, and then the execution of the pass from Freddie Turley. Mentioned about his distribution out from the back. Fabulous pass that was. Takes 2 Hungarian midfielders out of the game, and all of a sudden Kerr is in on goal, gets a shot off.
Hungary now looking to attack. Gersic was chasing after that one, but it's well read by O'Sullivan.
Someone we probably haven't mentioned yet, and he's been very, very good in the opening 40 minutes, Danny McGrath. Just neat and tidy call, goes about his business, very unassuming, but he's been really good in possession every time and filling gaps, filling holes. They complement each other really well, him and Romeo Akachukwu.
O'Sullivan now with the throw down towards Arazzi. The referee spotting an infringement there in the middle. Free kick for Hungary with 4 minutes to go to half-time. Another thing that Hungary may want to think about at half-time is the fact that there are 3 of their players on yellow cards after this first half.
But even the likes of that, their build-up, they're really struggling to try and break us down because their shape is so good. Like, they're obviously chasing the game now. They know 2 goals gets them back into it and qualified, but they've really struggled to try and penetrate us at all.
They haven't given the home support anything to shout about really in this first half. Can they manage something now before half-time? This is Zetni Varga. Nemeth now. Back to Gersic. And there's good work from Melia to get back and just hurry Noah Fenyo to get that ball away. Useful looking pass to the far side, but just had too much on it for Csaba Hornyak. And Hungary finished in 5th place in their last appearance in the European Championships in 2019, held in Ireland. A team of real quality, but Ireland have shown all their quality themselves in this first half to lead by 3 goals to 1, but Hungary now looking to make an incision here. Ball across, spills dangerously on the edge of the area. Healy will come and claim and just relieve the pressure for Ireland as they can see that half-time come into view now. Looking to get there with this lead intact. Healy once again, looking this time for O'Sullivan. Brilliant ball onto his left toe.
Brilliant.
Look at that from Ike Arazzi. The touch just lets O'Sullivan down, but more super build-up play from Ireland. They've got it back in the middle. First time ball forward looking for O'Sullivan, who stayed in an advanced position, and he does brilliantly to force it out to Arazzi. It's opening up for Ireland. Can they add a 4th before the break? Arazzi spreads it wide. Here's Arazzi now, looking to perhaps get a shot away. He will get the shot away and just couldn't stay over it to keep it on target. That was a decent opportunity.
Oh, he'd be disappointed. I fancied him, Carl. He has the quality once he comes inside. Look at that for a little flick. It shows the confidence that they're playing with at the moment. But once he comes inside here, Ratzi, he's good on his left foot as well. I fancied him to put that away. He'd be disappointed. But again, brilliant build-up play.
The Ireland coaching staff watching on as half-time approaches here. Good chance for Naj Ratzi to add a fourth, which, to be fair, wouldn't flatter Ireland, you would say, based on the first half that we've watched.
Not at all. Total dominance. We've been absolutely excellent. Even the concession of the goal hasn't rocked us or set us back. Continued to play our football. We'll just be careful.
Hungary doing well here, and now possibilities here for the home team. Can they find a goal before half-time? Grant does well, stands his ground and blocks it away. And then Melia trying to hold it up and wins the free kick. Good play.
Brilliant for Melia. Just take the free, take the sting out of it. That was a dangerous enough attack down this right-hand side. Nemeth cutting inside, good block by Grant. But they've offered very little. We've been so dominant, so in control. Played the game on our terms. And they've been absolutely fantastic. I'd say 3, 4, 5 wouldn't flatter us at all.
Again, Hungary loose in possession as they try to attack, but they've managed to get a hold of it again with Simon now. First time ball in. This is looking promising, and the referee may have a look at this one. They're claiming there's a penalty, and the referee isn't interested. Zetni Varga is arguing the Hungary case as we enter 1 minute of added time, and on first viewing it looked like a pretty reasonable shout for Hungary there. We may get another look at that in a moment. Meantime, Hungary continue in possession.
Yeah, it's O'Sullivan again and Varga. He's done it now a couple of times when Varga's come inside, just putting his body across him, little lean, little nudge. He may have a case, you're right, Carl, but from our point of view, we don't want to see any penalties given.
Well, Ireland will just want to get to half-time now. We're almost there, with Ireland leading by 3 goals to 1. What has been a brilliant first half performance from Colin O'Brien's team. Mason Melia on the mark twice. Following Luke Kerr's 4th minute opener, Jake Grant with an own goal at the other end. Here's the look at that incident again, Alan. Oh. Corey O'Sullivan on Zetni Varga, and the Hungarian players still arguing about that.
He gets across him right, Varga. I think he has a strong case, to be fair. But what a first half of football from this Irish team. They've been absolutely fantastic. From minute 1, got the opening goal, obviously conceded after 10 minutes, but then kicked on again. Carl played some fantastic football, couple of great goals as well, and so far so good.
So far so good for the Republic of Ireland. They lead at the break by 3 goals to 1 and on course as things stand for the quarter-finals at the European Championships. We'll be back with full second half coverage very shortly indeed. Now you're very welcome back to the Pancho Arena for the second half here between the Republic of Ireland and Hungary in the Under-17 European Championships. Things going well for Ireland in the opening 45 minutes. They lead by 3 goals to 1 at the break. Mason Melia with a double, and Luke Kerr also on the mark for Ireland in that first half. Jake Grant's own goal giving Hungary their goal, and Ireland leading by 3 goals to 1 as we get set to go for the second half here, as the rain continues to fall and the temperatures still quite high as well, over that 20-degree mark. So quite difficult playing conditions for both teams, but Ireland putting in a superb first 45 minutes, and they need to win here, Ireland, to ensure their place in the quarter-finals. A draw will be good enough for Hungary, who are bringing in a sub at half-time. Szilard Szabo ready to come in. Plays at Ferencváros, and he scored in their 3-0 win over Wales in the group stage. So Hungary looking to bounce back after what was a disappointing opening half for the home support here at the Pancho Arena. Alan Coley, in terms of Ireland's setup, in terms of their approach to the second half, does it change, should it change?
I don't think so, Carl. No, more of the same. We're the ones that obviously shown all the attacking intent in the ascendancy, played ever so well just because we're winning 3-1, and obviously psychologically I don't think we can drop back and drop off and try and contain them, because you're only inviting on pressure and trouble then. So I think more of the same. As I say, Colin O'Brien will be absolutely over the moon with how that first half has gone. course, Hungary introducing a substitute now. No Fenyo has gone off, but and you'd expect them some sort of a reaction to come out, but just weather the storm for that first 10-15 minutes.
Well, in terms of stats from the first half, Ireland with 10 attempts on goal to Hungary's 3. Ireland with 4 on target to none for Hungary. And that'll tell you all you need to know in terms of the dominance that Ireland had in the first 45 minutes.
And that's been key for me, Carl, despite the fact that, as I say, they're the ones and they only need a draw. But even though we went 1-1, they never looked like they were going to break us down or carve us open. Like, we were so comfortable in their defending. And as I say, that's because of the shape of the team. Jake Grant there obviously playing that pass. Really good partnership alongside Freddie Turley. And I think the protection that Romeo Akachukwu and Danny McGrath give you in that centre midfield area in front of them, that's been the base to allow us go and play from. And obviously attacking players with all the creativity, Najrazi, Arazzi out in the left, Luke here, Melia, they're the ones that have caused all the problems, but they wouldn't be allowed to cause the problems if you didn't have that foundation to build from. So that's what's been really, really promising so far tonight.
Ireland playing from left to right in this second half in those white shirts, as Najrazi helps win a throw-in for Ireland on the far side, to be taken by Corey O'Sullivan. No changes for Ireland at the break. Just the one substitution for Hungary, with Szabo coming in for Noah Fenyo. In the middle of the park as Ireland attack down this right-hand flank. This is Daniel Babb, the one change to the Ireland team for today's game. Najrazi now trying to weave his way through a couple of challenges, but Ireland have coughed up possession and Hungary go on the attack. Ireland managed to deal with it pretty comfortably initially. Good ball forward then to Razzi, but just skids off the surface away from him. Rain is still falling here at the Pancho Arena just outside Budapest as Ireland get set for some defending early on here in this second half. Nice ball for Hungary inside that area, but strong defending from Ireland relieves the danger. Daniel Babb doing well, and then Razzi brings it away from one challenge, and now looking for options here. Allowed to carry this a long way. Plays it to Razzi now inside the area. Chance for Ireland. And the whistle sounds, the flag is up. But again, it's Razzi and Arazzi combining and causing Hungary all sorts of trouble.
It's fabulous, Carl. Honestly, I can't tell you how good that passage of play was, because initially we won the ball back on our own box. It was Babb that won the tackle. Ball fell to Luke here, played it out to Freddie Turley, went into midfield into Akachukwu, eventually comes to Najrazi. He carries the ball 50 yards up the pitch and creates a chance for Arazzi. It's fabulous play.
Hungary receiving encouragement from their manager down on the touchline, Attila Belfort, trying to urge his players on to something better in this second half.
Yeah, it's almost the maturity that we're playing with. As I say, like, gone are the days where that ball would have been boomed up the pitch. Playing out from the back now, lovely to see, confident in possession, comfortable in possession, all wanting to get on the ball.
Again, Melia looking for the free kick, and I think he had a strongish case there on that occasion, but play continues, and Ireland have it now with O'Sullivan. Nice ball to the far side again to that man Arazzi, trying to cut inside the challenge. 3 defenders in the vicinity as Ireland now with Razzi trying to get past Gersic, who's on a yellow card from the first half. Ball does come in, didn't quite reach. Luke Hare was in there but didn't quite make it in. As far as Ireland's goal scorer from the 4th minute in this match.
Almost toying with them, those two.
And here's another chance to attack down the left-hand flank. Good strength from Razzi to hold off the challenge and retain possession. Then bottled up by 2 defenders. That ball will stay on the whitewash eventually. Out for a throw-in. But still Ireland intent on attacking down that left-hand side.
Yeah, it's the best form of defence, Carl, to attack. And obviously when we were so dominant and so comfortable, why would you change that, you know? And they're enjoying themselves, these players. They're really enjoying the night. That's the most important thing. It's still very much a developmental stage, as we know. Obviously, they're only under 17, lads of 15 and 16 years of age. But to be playing at this level and embracing the challenge and playing with the confidence that they are, why wouldn't they? As I mentioned Saturday, they're living the dream. Why wouldn't you go out and enjoy yourself and playing as well as they are?
Look at that for footwork again. Ireland inside the area. Still the chance there for Arazzi. Gets one shot away, but it's blocked. And Hungary survive. Well, Arazzi again weaving his way through a couple of defenders. Now Hungary going on the counter with Varga. This is Csaba Hornyák, but Ireland retreating into that defensive shape pretty quickly to repel any attack from Hungary here. Martin Kern lofts the ball in there, headed by Grant, not away from the danger area, and there's the shot for Hungary. It was Varga off that left boot, but didn't strike it cleanly and never troubled Jason Healy.
You can just see a little conversation going on with Healy and Grant, because he did make a loud call, you could hear it, the goalkeeper, and let it run through to him. Jake Grant decides to obviously head it out, and it felt that Varga could have been dangerous, but he never really got any purchase on the shot.
And again, Ireland happy enough to try and pass it out from the back as Ratzi comes in to get involved, and then Danny McGrath does well to keep it for Ireland, but then the ball forward just asking a little bit too much this time of Ratzi.
Yeah, he's unlucky, but he's been good, McGrath. I mentioned the fact that he's neat and tidy, busy little player in that midfield area, very clever and intelligent as well, picks up good defensive positions just in the protection that he gives that back four. He allows the other ones the freedom to go and play. Even Romeo Akachuku, to a point, he's the one that always sits in front of that back four, and I know there's high hopes from him as well at Bohemians. Young McGrath, I like him a lot.
So 6 minutes gone in the second half. Ireland still leading by 3-1. That one almost catching out Jake Grant. He's fortunate to get the ricochet off Benedek Simo. And Ireland just about keeping a hold of possession, but making it a little bit difficult on themselves here. Now they've got the free kick. But that is the danger of playing with the ball in that area of the fields.
Yeah, look, and sometimes you have to live with that call if we're encouraging to play out, but you just have to make sure your decision making is correct at all times and you're playing at the right times. There's always a time and a place when to play, but just don't take any kind of needless sloppy passes like the one Grant played there, a square one, and could have got caught out for it. But
another yellow card flash there for Hungary. That's the fourth of the evening. Szilárd Szabó, who was only introduced at half-time, is into the book after just 6 minutes on the field of play. This one looks like it'll run all the way through, and it will. And Daniel Babb happy enough to shield it out for an Irish goal kick. Grant now assessing his options. Good play from Ireland. 2 passes brings them to the Hungarian half of the field, and now Ratzi takes it past the challenger. Ratzi to Ratzi again now. Can Ireland make something of this? Still Ratzi inside the area, and Hungary just about do enough to clear the danger. Again, it's a Ratzi and Ratzi combining as Hungary now go down the other end. Varga. Players looking for possession. There's 1 acres of space in this left-hand side. It's Csaba Molnar inside the area. Molnar with the chance. Wonderful to block from Turley, and Ireland get it away. Well, there was acres of space for Csaba Molnar there, and Hungary switched the play quickly. But Ireland get the block in.
Yeah, and that's the danger call. It can change quite quickly. We're on the attack at one end, and Razzi are thinking he's cutting inside to get a shot off on his right foot. Quick break down the other end, and Varga, who's been quite good over on that right-hand side, cutting in on his left foot, played a lovely pass over this left-hand side to Molnar, and he did do well to cut inside, but brilliant block from Freddie Turley, who's defended stoutly all evening.
Yeah, it's been an intriguing battle between Turley and Benedek Simo all night, and Turley diving in there to get a block in on the shot. Ireland have got themselves a free kick. This time it was Ratzi fouled. Now Corey O'Sullivan as the Irish support watch on. Decent contingent of Irish supporters inside the stadium, as the empty seats will tell you it's not entirely full here. The capacity of about 3,800 as Hungary win the ball back high up the field. Ireland with defending to do, but there's a smart challenge from Daniel Babb to get it away.
And I mentioned a moment ago about decision making. How that's overplaying there. Turley's been so good all night, so comfortable, brilliant at bringing it out from the back. But you can never be complacent in that regard. And as I say, it only takes one little slip, allows them back into the game. And the dynamic of a game can change so quickly, especially with players like this fella. He's running amok now, Drazi. He's been absolutely brilliant. You don't need to do anything sloppy at the back.
Lovely turn to get away from a pair of challenges there, and wins the free kick for Ireland, Najratsi. Has a goal and 2 assists so far in this tournament. As Ireland now taking their time with this free kick. Here it comes from Daniel Babb now, putting a ball into the area too close to Aaron Jakubishvili. Hungary moving away with a lot of purpose. 10 minutes into the second half. Ireland retaining that 3-1 half-time advantage. Mason Melia on the mark twice in the first half. Luke Kerr as well with the opening goal of the night for Ireland. And as things stand, they will progress to the quarter-finals here at the European Championships in Hungary. The home team need a draw. They do have a superior goal difference to Ireland, so a draw will suffice for Hungary. But they trail by 2 goals here. As Ireland again putting up some stout defensive resistance here to this period of Hungarian possession. Akachukwu getting involved. Mason Melia also dropping into a defensive position. Here comes the angle ball. One for Ireland to deal with. Corey O'Sullivan doing enough to help that out for a goal kick. Smart defending.
Yeah, nice and strong. Varga to 7 there. He's their danger man. They're trying to get him involved as much as possible. But Corey O'Sullivan is defending really well all night and kept them quiet for the most part. But they've offered very little, Hungary. But that's largely down to how well we've played. We haven't allowed them play. As I said, they've struggled to penetrate us because of the protection, the midfield 4, giving the back 4. The shape of the team is really good.
Healy now with the goal kick. That one breaks into the middle of the park, and Aratsi was alive to it. Got there in front of the Hungarian defender, but the ball then returned into the Hungarian half. Chasing after it is Mason Melia, but unable to keep it off on the field of play, rather.
Yeah, and I mentioned the fact that obviously the first 50 minutes weathered the storm. There hasn't been much of a storm. It's been a little shower, if anything, Carl. There's been very little of a storm, and anyway, again, we're so comfortable here. If anything, it looks like we may go on and score again, but just remain vigilant. But we're through that first 15 minutes spell, and they're doing really, really well.
Nice ball from Benedict Simon out to the far side to that man Varga, who's been heavily involved so far in the second half. Looking to get a shot away off that left boot, and does, but well blocked down by Ireland. Corey O'Sullivan getting in there, and Jason Healy tidies it up.
Brilliant from O'Sullivan, followed him the whole way in on a strong left foot. He's always looking to cut inside Varga, but a brilliant block from O'Sullivan takes the sting out of the shot. And again, we're able to get ourselves up the pitch.
You can hear the Irish chants in the background, and that'll tell you all you need to know about how this game has gone so far. The Hungarian support have had virtually nothing to cheer about, bar maybe a 10-minute period after that goal in the first half when they got back on level terms.
Yeah, and coming into the game, Carl, I thought, actually, I referenced it on Saturday, I thought the fact that we might face a bit of hostility in the ground tonight. Obviously, you'd be expecting 3,500, 4,000, and how would our players react to that? But it's our fans that are doing the singing and the chanting. Brilliant again.
Akachukwu does well under real pressure. Gets it back to Jake Grant. Now, Akachukwu once more scored that wonder goal against Wales last time out. Personal ball forward from Grant doesn't quite come off, and Hungary win it back. It's Varga with O'Sullivan for company. Simo making his way in towards the area. This is better now from Hungary as they're trying to get it into that penalty area and out for a corner kick. And any promise they have shown has come down that right-hand flank in the second half.
That's the area, all right, yeah, that they're trying to obviously attack, and mainly with Varga. That time it was the fullback Gershik on an overlapping run wins the corner. But again, really good work from Akachuku going back, helping out his defence.
So Ireland with a set piece to defend. It's Unor Nemeth with the left-footed delivery this time. Simon went with the right boot there, and that's going to be a free kick. And Ireland with a chance to clear their lines here.
Big header, O'Sullivan. Nice and strong, aggressive, good stuff.
Yeah, O'Sullivan playing well. Simon on a yellow card. The other game tonight in this group, it's still goalless between Poland and Wales. That game also kicked off at 7 o'clock Irish time, so an hour played there as well. Poland are guaranteed to top the group, regardless of the result in that match. Ireland and Hungary playing for second place, and Hungary only requiring a draw from this game, but Ireland on top as things stand and destined for the last 8. As Hungary now trying to escape the clutches of Romeo Akachuku on the far side, but Martin Kern is closed down. Again, good pressure from Ireland high up the field, and they've got it now with Melia, support to his right-hand side from Kerr, looking to get the shot away. Oh, what a goal! It's an outstanding effort from Luke Kerr, and Ireland have their 4th.
It's a goal at a tournament competition at this stage, Carl, between the goals on Saturday and now this one as well. It comes again, though, from the work rate of Akachuku, winning the ball high up the pitch from Hungary's throw-in, gets it to Mason Melia. He attacks the centre halves like he does so well. Only one thing in his mind to attack. Plays a lovely cushion pass, and what a finish off the instep from Luke here, who technically is very, very good. He's had a terrific game, and what a goal that is, Carl.
That is an outstanding effort from Luke Kerr. Ireland now with even more breathing room in this match. And just look at that. The celebrations from the Irish players will tell you all you need to know about the position they're in this game. They're playing with real confidence. And Luke Kerr has his 2nd of the night, Ireland's 4th. And Colin O'Brien's side in a brilliant position now as they look to clinch that place in the last 8 in the European Championships. What a finish.
Absolutely fabulous, Carl, fabulous. I'm sitting here thinking what went on the first day, because the 2 performances I've watched between Wales and obviously this one now, the change of formation has helped massively. The introduction of Akachuku into the midfield, how he didn't start in the first match is beyond me. But since he's come into the team, and as I said, the change of shape in the formation been fabulous. But the goals and the football they've played and everything about it, defensively they've been sound tonight as well. Hungary have offered nothing because how good we are defensively. Fabulous, fabulous performance.
Less than half an hour left to go now, and Ireland can see that place in the quarter-finals. Game set to take place on Saturday in the last 8.
And obviously with the scoreline as well, Colin, it puts Colin in a position now where he can make a couple of substitutions as well, maybe another 10 minutes, get lads on, bit of game time, rest a couple of these boys.
Kerr puts that ball across, and Razzi was in a pretty good position there, just couldn't quite adjust his feet quickly enough to get into position to strike that ball, but then Razzi is in to win it back for Ireland, and the Irish team are playing with huge belief now, real purpose, and Razzi wins a free kick. He's been outstanding for Ireland so far in this game, so far in this tournament.
Yeah, he has the swagger, doesn't he? He has the swagger like all the good fellas have. You need that, call. He has it. Brilliant, brilliant in possession. That's what I'd be fearful now. Hungary are getting frustrated, and someone might get injured because they might go into a dangerous tackle just out of pure frustration. So maybe another up from the 70th minute, I'd say Colin might look to make a couple of substitutions and get the likes of Razzi or Razzi wrapped in cotton wool until Saturday, Colin.
But here's another chance for Ireland to trouble the Hungarian defence. Ball coming into the area now, up towards that back post, but it's just a little bit too high for Luke Kerr. So Kerr and Melia both on hat-tricks here for 2 goals apiece, but if it was to finish 4-1, I think Ireland would be quite happy with that result. The 3 points all important, and we've got 64 minutes now on the watch as Hungary go in search of a response here. Benedek Simo chasing after it, but you can just see the frustration, can't you, on the face of the Hungarian players right now. They know this is slipping away from them on home turf.
Yeah, they've been shell-shocked really and totally outplayed in every department. I don't think the goalkeepers had a save to make. Yeah, I don't think he's been called into action at all, Healy.
Well, when you consider the Hungary goal was an own goal from Jake Grant from a free kick, but as you said in the first half, Alan, Hungary haven't troubled Jason Healy. We can't remember a chance.
64 minutes now, Colin. No, absolutely not. They've really struggled to break us down. As I said, it's because the shape is so good and the discipline of the lads, the likes of this Luke Kerr lad. He's obviously scored 2 cracking goals, but his defensive work is absolutely brilliant as well in terms of working back on that right-hand side, which is a tough shift, doubling up with Bab at right full. He was the same with Hartnett. The boys in the middle, I mentioned McGrath, Akachuku, their work rate is fantastic. Whilst when in possession, they're fabulous on the ball, and you need that. Arazzi, to a lesser extent, he's the one that kind of stays high and wide. But when called upon, he will do his defensive duties, but he tends to stay high and wide. That's why a lot of the attacks go down the left-hand side. Razzi himself, look at him working back there, unbelievable on the ball, but his work rate, just nicking in front of people, winning little things like that, it's fabulous. Brilliant. I can't speak highly enough of them. They've been absolutely brilliant.
There's still just over 25 minutes left to go, as Jason Healy now comes out to take this free kick inside the Irish half. A couple of subs warming up there as well, Alan.
Yeah, and that's where I think Colin would be looking now at this stage. Obviously, depending on who we're due to face, Saturday quarter-final, potentially Spain. So he'll want to get maybe a couple of them off the pitch and just rest the legs. But they're playing with such confidence. I don't think any one of them will want to come off the pitch.
Ireland battling for the ball high up the field. Melia and Luke Kerr getting in there, but just a little bit too robust on this occasion, and it's a free kick for Hungary. Well, if Ireland can't successfully negotiate the closing stages here, they will be looking at a match against the Group B winners in the quarter-finals. As things stand, Spain lead the Group B standings. They're on 6 points. Slovenia in second on 3. Serbia on 3, and Italy propping up the table with no points from their opening matches, as Ireland get ready to make a first substitution of the evening, and it's Nixon Åkesson who's going to replace Mason Melia, who scored twice for Ireland in this match. 2 goals in 7 minutes, putting his side in the driving seat in that first half, but his evening is over and he can be very happy with his night's work.
And that's a wise move. Obviously, we've been speaking about that for the past couple of minutes, called substitutions, and absolutely fabulous Melia, because not only with the goals, his work rate is phenomenal as well. So get him off, get him a rest. Åkesson comes on as well. Obviously, he got the all-important goal that got us to this position as well. So good opportunity for him to come on for 25 minutes, maybe getting the score sheet. But I think Colin O'Brien deserves so much credit as well as his staff, Ian Hill, David Myler, the experience he brings with him as well. Josh Moran, who I know very well. Josh looks after the goalkeepers, been around a long, long time. And this is the point, Colin. This is why we're banging the drum all the time about football in this country, because there's so many good people involved. They just need the resources and the support to help them to obviously produce results like this. And now all these boys are based here. You can watch them every weekend playing in the national underage leagues, and there's plenty of coaches here that are doing phenomenal jobs and phenomenal work at grassroots level, all on up. Sometimes we don't give ourselves the credit that we deserve, and the likes of these lads involved in this team, Shane Nolan, video analysis, Gary Powers, a kit man, Mark Cornish, physios, Ravi Kumar, doctor, I'm naming them all now, Carl, but they all deserve credit, because this has been fabulous the last couple of games, and now looks like they're in a position where they're going to be in a quarter-final of the European Championship.
And they've got a corner kick, Ireland. Good work there from Danny McGrath to keep the pressure on. Another opportunity now from the set piece for Ireland. And the set pieces have troubled Hungary so far in this match, particularly in the first half. Ireland having a lot of joy from corner kicks. This time it'll be Arazzi to drive it in with that right boot. Goes short to Razzi. And then just getting caught in possession, and Hungary looking to go down the other end. Can they find a goal to bring themselves back into this game? Still plenty of time, 21 minutes left to go as Csaba Molnár takes possession. And Ireland retreating into that defensive formation. Csaba Horniak this time, playing it inside to Martin Kern. And then a ball from the substitute Zabo is cut out, and Ireland deal with it pretty comfortably. Nice turn again from Razzi to turn defence into attack, then happy enough just to retain possession. Here's Akachukwu, just doing a little bit too much that time and losing out. This is Martin Kern. Hungary looking to make an incision in that Irish defence, but the ball spills away to Razzi again, but he loses possession. Ireland just need to clear their lines here. Bab plays it off the Hungarian striker, Simo. And it looks like this could be a corner kick.
Yeah, and whilst I'm on the stuff with the stat, 25 years ago we were winning these things with Brian Kerr, under 16, under 18, phenomenal. So why can't we achieve it again, Carl? In terms of the work that's going on behind the scenes with clubs up and down the country as well. But they need help, I keep saying it, they need help, investment, support to give them the chance. Look at the players that we have.
They've certainly shown their quality so far in this match, but still 20 minutes left to go. Ireland with defending to do here, and it breaks at the back post, and well, Ireland just about survive. Hungary will wonder how they didn't manage to at least trouble the goalkeeper that time. Martin Kern, well, he just got it all wrong, didn't he? Really good opportunity that fell to him in the area.
Jake Grant got it all wrong as well. Missed his header.
Here comes another delivery, and there it is. And Hungary have a lifeline. Martin Kern at the back post. And well, it's not as comfortable for the Republic of Ireland right now. They still lead by 4 goals to 2, but we still have 20 odd minutes left to play. Martin Kern giving the home fans something to shout about.
Who switches off? Nadrazzi, they're asking the question there, just at the back post. Who doesn't track him? See him just throwing his hands out, but probably should have scored off the previous one. But that has given them a lifeline, Carl.
And you can hear the support in the background. They believe that Hungary can get back onto level terms. And remember, if Hungary do get a draw, it's enough to send them through at Ireland's expense. So the last 20 minutes just became a whole lot more interesting here, as Ireland trying to keep possession now and just quell that bit of momentum that Hungary have built up. There's Kern again. Good feet from him to get it away from Kerr, and Hungary with the free kick now inside their own half.
Yeah, of course their tails are going to be up off the back of that goal, but no need to panic at all, Carl. Remain composed.
Driving it forward first time, Hungary this occasion, but Ireland headed away. Razzi trying to get a hold of it, but Hungary win it back. Here comes another ball into the area, and Ireland doing enough to see that behind for a goal kick. Good communication between Daniel Babb and Jason Healy. A couple of more substitutes coming for Hungary here as we head into the closing stages. It is energy sapping stuff for both teams. Ireland have just made the one change so far. Headed away by Kern. Then Ireland managed to get it forward, and this is now with the substitute Nixon Hawkinson doing well down this right-hand side. Good defending, however, from Dominik Kajwinski. And Hungary clear their lines. 17 minutes left to go as Simon puts in a challenge, and Simon is on a yellow card and has committed a couple of fouls on the yellow card as well.
He needs to be careful, all right? Yeah, I'd say one more, Carl.
And I think he knows that too, because the referee was right there just having a word. Ireland has scored 2 goals already in this tournament.
He looks angry, doesn't he?
Well, the Hungarian players have looked very frustrated all through this match, really, as you might imagine, given the scoreline.
Yeah, plus they've been getting a run around as well. That's why I'm not sure were they complacent coming into the game thinking they only had to show up, but they've been completely shell-shocked with how well we've played, haven't given them anything in the game whatsoever.
Jake Grant plays it back to Jason Healy. And Ireland trying to just keep a hold of possession and edge towards that full-time whistle, but still a long way left to go. 16 minutes plus added time.
he's important now, McGrath, just in the midfield here, just to knit things together. He's a player that with an old head on young shoulders, and this is a time for him now just to remain composed and just keep everybody in order and in check.
And that's a free kick for Hungary. I think the ball just bounced up and hit the hand of Åkesson there, and gives Hungary another attacking platform. I think they're going to make these substitutions now. Ireland also introducing some fresh legs. And it looks like Naj Razi will be called ashore with 15 minutes left to go. What a performance from the youngster from Shamrock Rovers tonight. Heavily involved in general play, at the heart of all the promise that Ireland showed. And he's going to be replaced by Matthew Moore for the final 15 minutes or so here from Cork City.
Good substitution as well, because obviously we don't need the creative one now on Razi. He's caused all sorts of problems. Matthew Moore will come into that midfield more defensively disciplined, just to shore things up.
And Hungary also bringing in some fresh legs as well for the closing stages. So Ireland with defending to do here. Clear the ball away. And now another chance for Hungary perhaps to get a flick of a header in there, but that one is cleared away and Ireland survive. Headed beyond the post. But another warning sign from Hungary that they're still here, they're still alive in this tie.
Yeah, that fourth one, you were thinking then they were dead and buried, but it's just giving them a little bit of a glimmer of hope, called that second goal for Hungary. I still think we're in total control of this game, but it's just giving them a little glimmer.
Ireland with possession in the middle of the park again. Ball down the line for Barazzi. Holding off the challenge now. Possibilities here onto the edge of the area. Luke Kerr, 2 goals already. Can't quite repeat the trick on this occasion. Was just at a standing point there and never really got over it to trouble the goalkeeper.
He'd be disappointed with that, because technically he's very good, takes free kicks as well and set pieces from those positions.
Barazzi. Hungary just winning more duels now in the last few minutes. They've taken belief from that goal from Kern, and here they go on the attack on the far side. Looking for a third. Ball to the back post again, defending to do, and flicked away by Daniel Babb. Crucial intervention, because Varga was coming in at that back post.
That's a great header, great defensive header by Babb.
Hungary keeping things moving. Inside from Kern. Turley does well. And gets it out for a throw-in, but Hungary building up some momentum here now with just over 12 minutes of normal time left to play.
He's been terrific. Freddie Turley, absolutely fantastic.
Varga does well, skips by the challenge of Kerr and then whips the ball in left-footed. Too much airtime on that one, but Gersic will pick it up and keep the move going for Hungary. His attempt to cross is easily blocked, and Barazzi now goes on the run. 2 Hungarian defenders after him. Brilliant play from Barazzi. Inside to Akachukwu. This is good from Ireland now. Luke Kerr up towards the edge of the area. Kerr, another shot on the hat-trick. Luke Kerr, well, just probably didn't have enough power behind it to really trouble Jakubishvili in the Hungarian goal, but that's a chance.
That is brilliant play again. Barazzi down the left-hand side, fabulous. The quick feed and then the presence of mind to play the pass inside. Eventually comes out to this right-hand side. Luke Kerr really unlucky. Just didn't get enough purchase on the shot on his weaker left foot.
Simon for Hungary. Real pace to the encounter now. As Hungary play with a real urgency. Simon inside the area. Blocked away, but it's going to spill to Varga on the edge of the area. And again, he skies that one over the bar. That one sat up nicely for him too. Ireland relieved though to see it go behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, for the first time we just look a little bit leggy, Col. Obviously tired bodies out there now, and that brings tired minds, but they just have to remain concentrated, see out this last 10 minutes, and they don't need to be pushing forward mad like Luke Kerr getting up and down the pitch. I know it's just through his honest endeavour. Akachukwu as well. They just need to sit in now and manage the game. leave it to the fresh legs of Åkesson to do the running now in behind. Just sit in and manage the game.
Well, we're into the 80th minute here at the Pancho Arena. Ireland leading by 4 goals to 2 and on course for the quarter-finals if they can hold on to that lead and win this game. They've got a free kick. Varga not happy with the decision. Looks like a tug of the jersey is the call from our match referee, Attila Karaglan. Bab's ball forward is cut out, but it falls back to Turley. Angle delivery this time, looking for Kerr, who is lurking with intent on this right-hand side. Good feed from Kerr, inside one challenge, but then Varga intervenes to win it back for Hungary. Good feed from Matthew Moore in the middle, wins it back for Ireland, and Corey O'Sullivan now spreads it to Arazzi on the far side, again causing all sorts of trouble. Pulled it back nicely. No Irish player can take full advantage. Kerr was there, but just behind the defender.
Yeah, and he's normally the one. Earlier in the game, he would have made that run call because he's done it all night. It's just tiredness. He's put in such a shift up and down that right-hand side. Had that been earlier in the game, that little cutback, he definitely would have been getting across the fullback there.
Well, he picked up a similar position, didn't he, for his opening goal from that corner kick. He was positioned perfectly to take advantage of the ball that spilled in the area. And there are the Irish supporters inside the stadium cheering on their team. 9 minutes left to go.
They'll need to book another couple of nights, Carl, I think.
The quarterfinals down for Saturday. And as things stand, Ireland will take their place in the last 8 if they can win this match. They've got just under 9 minutes of normal time left to negotiate. That's a poor ball out from Hungary.
Yeah, and they don't deserve anything from the game, Hungary. We've been so dominant, so good. Not only dominant, but so good. As I said, that second goal has given them a glimmer, but we're still in total control of this match.
Ireland looking for a free kick there, but the referee not interested. Åkesson hitting the deck. Hungary playing it out from the back now and doing well. Here comes the change of direction. Varga, arguably Hungary's best player in this game, looking to go at the challenge of Bab, but Bab stands strong and wins it back for the Republic of Ireland, hooked away. And Ireland doing well. This is Matthew Moore. Irish player down is Akachukwu. Play continues. Ball down that left-hand channel, flicked on from Kerr for the run of Arazzi, who again gets past the challenge. Brilliant stuff from Arazzi down that left-hand flank, but then Kerr unable to get in on the break. And away come Hungary once more. Tired bodies all over the field on both sides. As Varga whips this one in. It's a good ball as well. This will fall onto the edge of the area. Ireland need to get bodies out there. Here comes the shot. Grant gets in the way, but Healy unable to prevent the corner.
Dangerous attack, Hall. That ball went to the box, a brilliant delivery. I'm not sure why Jabor didn't attack that, but it was a really good ball into the box.
So another chance for Hungary from the corner kick. Kern scored their second goal, but he's going to take the corner this time. Here comes the delivery now. Ireland with defending to do. Healy comes for it. It bounces there inside the area, still there for Hungary. Ireland need to clear it, and they do just about through Luke Kerr. But just for a moment, as that ball bobbled around, it looked like Hungary might get an effort in on goal.
Nixon Oxen actually got a really good header in there after it rebounded off Healy.
Hungary still in possession. As Hungary now trying to prise open that Irish defence, all of the Irish players inside their own half defending this particular passage of play. Here comes a lofted ball. Bab is there underneath it for Ireland and heads it away. In the other game, Wales have taken the lead against Poland. They lead by 1-0. Being Carey with the goal after 82 minutes there. That game also kicked off at 7 o'clock Irish time, so what a shock that would be given Poland's form in this tournament so far. But we're focused on matters here at the Pancho Arena, where Ireland need to win to book their place in the last 8. They're 5.5 minutes away, plus added time from doing that, as this ball falls to Simon on the edge of the area. And it's straight at Jason Healy. Well, Simon got plenty behind that one, but Healy is equal to it.
The first time they've actually put a little creative opportunity to get a couple of little passes. Nice little head down there from Jabo. Simon, decent strike, but straight down the keeper's throat.
Yeah, he caught it nicely. That finish line now coming into sight for Ireland, and a place in the last 8 as Arazzi chases after this ball on the far side. Again, he does well to get there first and plays it back to Danny McGrath. Looking for Åkesson there, but Hungary cleared away.
Great pass.
Ireland again probing with Akachukwu. This is Arazzi, as Ireland just trying to manage the game now. They've coughed it up. O'Sullivan's touch was just a tad loose, but then win it back. And Arazzi, every time looking to go at that challenge, hits the deck, but the referee was never interested in awarding a free kick. And then it goes out for a Hungary throw-in.
I thought he had a case for a free there. He's explosive from a standing start there, Carl. A nightmare to mark.
Another sub coming in for Hungary. This time it's Martin Demko coming in place of Zetli Varga, who had a good outing, to be fair to him, for Hungary. One of their better players on a night when little has gone right for them.
Yeah, he was a good player, Varga.
Hungary trying to get this one up the field, but again, look at that pressure from Ireland.
The work rate from Akachukwu was phenomenal. From them all, to be fair. Really good, honest punch. It's what you get from Irish lads anyway. That's a given. But their work rate has been phenomenal.
Well, 2 goals from Mason Melia, 2 from Luke Kerr have Ireland in the driving seat here in this final game in Group A at the European Championships. And as things stand, Ireland heading for the quarter-finals, where they'll play the Group B winners. At the moment, Spain lead the standings in Group B. They've won both of their matches thus far, with wins over Italy and Slovenia. Spain plays Serbia tomorrow. Slovenia face Italy in the final round of fixtures in that group, and the quarter-finals pencil in for Saturday. And if Ireland can negotiate the final 3 minutes plus added time here, that's a game we'll have live for you here on the RTE News channel. But Hungary will try and get a goal back to make it a grandstand finish here. A draw will be enough for the home team to send them through to the quarter-finals. Ireland having to defend again. Bab standing tall against Attila Gersic, putting it out off the field of play. And no surprise to see both teams now introducing fresh legs for the closing stages. This is Matthew Murray set to come in on Arazzi. Ike Arazzi is the player to be called ashore. Another brilliant evening's work from Arazzi. Matthew Murray in for the final 2 minutes plus added time. Some nervous faces among the Irish supporters, but they know they're almost there now. They try and just see out this result. That man there, Luke Kerr, with 2 goals, got the opener back in the 4th minute, then a stunning strike in the second half from outside the area. Mason Mealy with 2 as well. Daniel Bab now taking his time with this throw-in. No surprise as Ireland edge towards that finish line. This one comes all the way through to Umathum. Now Hungary on another foray forward. Loose ball across is cut out. And Ireland looking to profit from that through Akachukwu. Good strength from Akachukwu in the middle. That is super play from Akachukwu. And Ireland have the throw-in. That just about sums up what has been an industrious performance again from Akachukwu in the middle.
I don't think I'm allowed to have a favourite, but he might be my favourite. Brilliant talent, that boy. So many of them. They've been absolutely magnificent, Carl, from start to finish. So good. Even the second half, when you think Hungary would come out and obviously throw the kitchen sink at them. They haven't really thrown a few knives and forks, but not the kitchen sink. But no, they've been so in control, they really have, and it's been fabulous. Did all the damage in the first half, got a brilliant killer goal, the fourth one, Luke here, that in the second half here. But
and here's another chance for Ireland to perhaps crown off this performance inside the area, and the chance for the shot. It was Matthew Murray, the substitute, just caught in possession just as he was striking that one right-footed. Hungary getting back into the defensive position. But Ireland finishing strongly here. We'll have an indication now of added time. The Irish supporters in full voice now. There's 3 minutes of added time are advertised to the supporters here in the stadium. So 3 minutes to go for Ireland to hang on to this 2-goal lead and progress to the quarter-finals in the European Championships on Saturday.
And for Colin as well, it'll be the third time out of 4 now for him to achieve that also. Colin O'Brien doing a brilliant job.
Hungary, though, will feel they still have a chance here as they play that one forward, but the Irish defence has been outstanding in this match, and again they stand firm in the face of that Hungarian attack, and the ball comes forward to Luke Kerr, bundled off possession but managed to direct it forward, and there's a free kick for Ireland. Ockison fouled, and frustration on the part of the Hungary players now very evident.
Even that side have managed really well. They haven't got involved with any of the Hungarian players. I think there's 4 of them on yellow cards, despite them being aggressive and how they've tackled in this second half as well. None of our players have gotten involved, and they've kept their discipline really well.
Hungary looking to defend, but that hasn't gone to plan for Adam Umatham. It's out for an Irish corner. Just over 90 seconds left to go. And another brilliant attacking performance from Ireland. 3 goals against Wales, 4 tonight against Hungary. Reflective of the real quality that Ireland have in the attacking third of the pitch. Can they add another here perhaps before full time? Luke Kerr taking the corner. They may just keep this one. And just trying to keep that ball in the corner, but the official there has flagged for a free kick. Incredibly, Wales now lead Poland by 3 goals to 0.
Wow.
In the other match, they've scored 2 goals late on. Ewan Morgan has got both of them in the closing stages there, so Wales finishing the tournament with a flourish. As Hungary now with one final attack perhaps to try and add another goal before full time. But it looks like Ireland have done enough now to progress to the quarter-finals. Hugely impressive display right from the off, from Luke Kerr's goal all the way back in the 4th minute. Kerr on the mark twice, Mason Mealy as well, hitting the net twice. Colin O'Brien's side now stamping their ticket towards the last 8. 25 seconds left to go. One more defensive effort from Ireland should see them through here as Hungary take possession through Martin Kern, the goal scorer in the second half. That's a useful ball. Healy is equal to it, gathers it nicely, and that could well be that here. The header came in from Zabo, the substitute.
Again, O'Sullivan just did enough, leaning into him, clever defending. Even if you're not going to win it, he did a couple of times in the first half as well. But brilliant night's work, Hall. Absolutely brilliant to roll on Saturday.
And Ireland have done it. There's the full-time whistle, and Ireland through to the quarter-finals. And thoroughly deserved based on the performance tonight at the Pancho Arena. Ireland, the better team right from the off. Luke Kerr on the mark twice. Mason Mealy scored twice as well. And Ireland win by 4 goals to 2. And they booked their place, Alan, in the quarter-finals.
Magnificent. It's what we wanted. And I actually felt coming into this with the group that we were given, that we had a real chance of qualification. Obviously, we got off to the worst possible start. But the reaction since that first game, the win on Saturday against Wales, magnificent performance, and they brought all that confidence into this game tonight. Started with a brilliant opening goal from Luke here, and it just kicked on, grew in confidence, and without doubt they deserved to win tonight. They were the best team, played all the football, created all the chances, scored a couple of great goals out of the 4, and as I say, puts themselves in a really strong position. And nobody will fancy playing us now, because I said since the introduction of the change of shape with the 4-4-1-1, I think it makes us look really strong, really good at the back, defensively disciplined, and we have those ones with the magic stardust in the attacking areas that can cause all the problems, Colin. So magnificent performance. I'm delighted for Colin O'Brien as well. He's one of the good guys, and a brilliant night's work.
Certainly was for Ireland. A hugely impressive performance from Ireland against Hungary, the home team, and Ireland will play in the quarter-finals on Saturday afternoon, and that's a game you can watch live here on the RTE News channel. Ireland through to the quarter-finals at the Under-17 European Championships. It's finished the Republic of Ireland 4, Hungary 2.